Coming up, Cumberland Valley and Bermudian Springs go head-to-head in a contest of brains and speed. It all starts now on WGAL8 Brainbusters.
From Studio B, this is WGAL8 Brainbusters, celebrating 25 years. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new season of WGAL8 Brainbusters. I'm your host, Rich Rosen, and we are so excited to kick off our 25th season. For a quarter of a century, some of the brightest students in the Susquehanna Valley have been stepping up to test their knowledge, their speed, and their teamwork right here on this very stage. Today, we're starting things off with a great matchup. Cumberland Valley taking on Bermudian Springs. It should be an exciting battle of the brains. But before we dive into the questions, let's take a moment to meet the players who make these teams so strong. So first, it's a pleasure to welcome the Cumberland Valley High School team. First, we have Landon. He is a senior. Next to Landon is the coach, Mr. Anthony Toman. He teaches AP and Honors Chemistry, and he's the Science and Agricultural Department Chair, 6 through 12. The captain in the center there is Joshua. He's also a senior. Next, we have Jude. He's a sophomore. He's today's alternate. And finally, Taha. He is a senior. Welcome to the Cumberland Valley High School Brainbusters team. And now let's move on to Bermudian Springs. And it's a pleasure to first welcome Alexia. She's a senior. But next to Alexia is Joseph. He's one of the alternates. He is also a senior. And now we have the captain. That's Brady, a senior. Next to Brady is Elijah. He's an alternate, and he is a senior. And finally, Mikolai. He is a senior. Next to Mikolai is Mr. Shane Miller. He is also a chemistry teacher, and he's also the stage crew advisor at Bermudian Springs High School. Welcome to the Bermudian Springs High School Brainbusters team. Well, it's time now to kick things off with the opening round. 10-point questions for a correct answer, and of course, no penalty for an incorrect response. Let's pick up those signaling buttons and have a great time. Good luck to all 6 of you. Here's your first 10-point question as we begin our 25th season of WGAL8 Brainbusters. The recent ad campaign featuring the phrase "Sydney Sweeney has great genes" sparked controversy over alleged racist undertones. For which clothing brand was the campaign created? Alexia.
American Eagle.
American Eagle is correct for 10 points, and that gets you on the board. Juliet was a Capulet. What was Romeo's last name?
Montague.
Brady. Montague is absolutely correct. It can mean limited freedom to do what you want, or an imaginary line around the earth parallel to the equator. What's the word? Taha. No?
No.
No response? And the word is latitude. The property of a verb says who done it, or that it was done. What quality can either be active or passive? Ooh, we stumped you on your voice. She produced the films Beloved and The Color Purple. Who is this media executive, actress, philanthropist, and influential public figure? And that's the... Oh, Nikolai.
Whoopi Goldberg?
No, sorry, that's incorrect. The answer is Oprah Winfrey. APL is a programming language designed for use at remote terminals. What does APL stand for? Alexia?
American Psychological Language.
No, that's a good guess though. Joshua?
Automated programming language?
No, it's a programming language. That's actually what it stands for. Some say they're the inspiration for stories of mermaids, but it's hard to believe. What ugly but lovable herbivores live in... Brady?
Sirens?
Not sirens. What lovable herbivores live in the coastal waters of Florida? Joshua?
Manatees?
Manatees is correct for 10 points. Parson Weems wrote a biography of this president in which he made up that famous story about the cherry tree. Who was this? Joshua,
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, no, sorry. Who was this glorified founding father? Brady.
George Washington.
George Washington is the correct answer. The Mbuti of the Ituri forest of northern Zaire are the largest tribe of these diminutive natives of Africa. What are they called? Oh, we stumped you on pygmies. And now it's time for today's audio question. Please buzz in when I ask who's speaking.
That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Who's speaking? And that's Todd.
George Stephanopoulos.
No, sorry. Do we have any idea who that is? That's the famous Al Roker on NBC. It's the limit of the summation of the infinite series 1 + 1/2 + 1/4 + 1/8 + 1/16, etc., etc., etc. What number is it? Brady?
Infinity.
No, not infinity. Joshua?
Two.
2 is the correct answer. Good for you. The flag of this Middle Eastern country displays the cedar trees that were famous even in the days of Solomon. What country is it? Nikolai.
Lebanon.
Lebanon is correct. Balboa reached the Pacific Ocean in 1513. Who reached the Sea of Tranquility in 1969? I was born and I saw it on TV. Neil Armstrong. One spun the web of life, the second measured the length, and the third cut it. What was this Greek trio? Brady?
Fates.
The Fates is correct, from the Greek word for pleasure. It's the philosophy that teaches that pleasure is the greatest good. What is it? It's called hedonism. In 1921, Frederick Banting, John J. McLeod, and Charles Best isolated this pancreatic hormone used to treat diabetes. What hormone is it, Alexia?
Insulin.
It is indeed insulin. There are dozens of stars in the National Football League, but only one NFL team has a star as its symbol. What team is it? Alexia?
The Cowboys.
I need more information.
The Dallas Cowboys.
That's the one, yes, thank you. In George Washington's first cabinet, he was Secretary of War. Who was he? And that was Henry Knox. Joe McGarrick is a Hungarian-American folk hero most associated with one particular industry. What is it? And that was steel or steel making. Well, there's the buzzer, and that wraps up the round. It was a little struggle here for our teams with only 20 to 70 going in. But we have a lot more game coming up, including the one-on-one rapid fire and the 60-second team lightning round. That's right here on WGAL8 Brainbusters in just a matter of minutes.
WGAL8 Brainbusters will return after this. Participants on WGAL8 Brainbusters each receive this mini notebook and stylus pen, and the top 4 winning teams will share grants totaling $10,000. So good luck, teams. Now back to your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello, everybody. We are back, and, well, we have a lot of work to do. As you can see, the scores are 20 to 70, but right now, Cumberland Valley can make up ground very quickly because it's time now for today's one-on-one rapid fire round. This is where we can chat with the players and get to know them a little bit, and then they go head-to-head individually. So first, we're going to say hello to Landon. Landon, nice to have you here. And our question is about the future. What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I hope to go to college for civil engineering and begin a career in civil engineering.
We've got a great mindset for success, no doubt about it. Alexia, what about you? What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
I hope to be studying neuroscience to help make a difference in pediatrics.
I love hearing that somebody's going into the medical field. Thank you. That's a great goal striving for. Thank you very much for sharing. Alexia and Landon, pick up your signaling buttons. We're going to put you two one-on-one. European literature includes a lot of countries. For example, the nationality of the author of Don Quixote is Spanish. What was the nationality of Henrik Ibsen, the author of The Doll's House and Hedda Gabler? stumped you. He was Norwegian. Many teachers are famous and have famously taught famous students. What philosopher taught Alexander the Great? Alexia.
Plato.
Not he. No, sorry. Landon, do you have any idea? Landon.
Socrates?
No, one more left. Aristotle was the correct response. And finally, literature is full of famous animals from Black Beauty to Cujo. The central character in Jack London's The Call of the Wild is part St. Bernard, part Scott Shepherd. What's the name? I know you've read this. Everybody has it. The name is Buck. Okay, we have a score of 20 to 70. We're now going to meet our two captains. So first, let's head out to Cumberland Valley and say hello to Joshua. Joshua Sr. Joshua, what do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
I hope to also go to college and get a degree in industrial engineering and hopefully go on to graduate school to get a master's.
Well, I love that ambition. Keep pushing forward. Thanks for sharing. Brady, captain of the team from Bermudian Springs. What about you? What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I hope to go to college for either psychology or neuroscience, and then hopefully be in medical school for psychiatry.
Oh, wow, I love it. That's an inspiring goal, and keep chasing it. And keep chasing these three questions, Joshua and Brady, as we put you two one-on-one. Their marriage in 1469 united the kingdoms of Castile and Aragon. What king and queen of Spain gave Christopher Columbus his big break? This goes way back in the memory bank. So it's Ferdinand and Isabella. You can get this vitamin in yellow and orange vegetables like carrots, which contain Brady.
Vitamin D?
Not vitamin D, no. The plant pigment carotene. What vitamin is it, Joshua?
Vitamin.
Can you buzz in?
Vitamin E?
No, it's vitamin A is the correct answer. And finally, if you have trouble with numbers, you might try counting on your fingers. What word can mean both number and finger? Brady.
Digits.
Digit is correct. Good for you. That is a correct answer, and that gets 10 points on the board. So we have a score of 20 to 80. We're now going to meet our third players in today's competition. First from Cumberland Valley, it's a pleasure to welcome Taha. Taha is a senior. Taha, we're all eager to hear, what do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
Well, like everyone else, I'm hoping to go to college. I'm hoping to go into biotechnology and find some research in genetics.
Wow, I love all these scientists and going into the medical field. Good for you. It's a wonderful goal and keep working toward it. Mikolai, what about you? Also a senior, by the way, yes.
Yep. Well, that question is pretty daunting. However, I would like to study biomedical engineering all the way up to a PhD. And on the fun side, I would like to join a DCI marching band, just for fun.
Wow, that's a solid plan for the future. Good luck to you, Mikolai and Taha, and good luck to both of you as we put you two one-on-one. It's 37 degrees Celsius. What is it in degrees Fahrenheit, your normal body temperature? Mikolai.
98.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
That is absolutely correct for 10 points. Philosophy is 100, language 400, technology 600. What is this library classification system that groups books on similar subjects? Mikolai.
Dewey Decimal System?
You are correct again. And finally, Atlanta, Georgia is only second in an alphabetical list of the 50 largest cities in the United States. What large New Mexico city is first alphabetically? Mikolai.
Albuquerque?
You are correct. Good for you. You got all three of those questions correct. Good. A solid lead, 20 to 110. A solid lead for Bermudian Springs. But we are going to pick up the pace now and play today's 60-second Team Lightning round. Joshua, Landon, Taha, you've got your work cut out for you, but you can do it with one of these three quizzes. We're offering alphabet soup. It begins with P and 12-letter words.
12-letter words, please.
12-letter words. There are 12 signs of the zodiac and 12 days of Christmas. There are also 12 letters in each of the following answers. So for 10 points each, provide these 12-letter words. Now, Joshua, I take your answer as the team's answer. Landon and Taha are going to help you along. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. So good luck to all three of you, and here we go. This acid has the formula HCl.
Hydrochloric acid.
That is correct. A baby doctor.
Pediatrician.
That is correct. This holiday is celebrated on the last Thursday in November.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, the city of brotherly love.
Philadelphia.
That is correct. Listed in ABC order.
What?
Listed in ABC order.
Alphabetically?
That is correct. The repetition of a consonant sounds in the line of poetry. Alliteration. This 12-sided solid has 12 letters in its name.
Dodecahedron?
That is correct. Britannica is one, so is Wikipedia.
Encyclopedia.
That is correct. Attracted to members of the opposite gender.
Heterosexual.
That is correct. The 1931 movie starred Boris Karloff as the monster.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. What's the P in PGA and LPGA stands for? Professional. The use of words like buzz or murmur that sound like the actions they refer to.
Onomatopoeia.
That is correct. Though it's literally a river horse. It looks like a river pig. Hippopotamus, but it was after the buzzer. But some good job. We had 10 correct. Okay, so 100 points came your way, taking you to 120. Okay, Brady, we have 2 remaining quizzes for you. We have Alphabet Soup, and it begins with P.
We're going to do It Begins with P.
It begins with P. Potpourri is not the only word that begins with P, so do all the answers in this quiz. For 10 perfectly pleasant points, identify these people, places, and particular things. Brady, I take your answers, the team's answer. Alexia and Mikolai are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. Here we go. A mythical bird or the capital of Arizona?
Phoenix.
Phoenix, yes. This cheese was first made in Parma, Italy.
Parmesan.
Parmesan, yes. This country borders Brazil, Bolivia, and Argentina.
Paraguay.
Paraguay, yes. This chemical element with the symbol K.
Potassium.
That's correct. He wrote letters to the Romans, Corinthians, and Ephesians.
Plato.
Paul. This Jewish holiday celebrates the Exodus from Egypt. Passover. Of a pomegranate, persimmon, or pineapple, the one that's native to Asia.
Pineapple.
Pomegranate is. If you're having trouble with your feet, this is the doctor you go to.
Podiatrist.
That is correct. In this classic video game, a yellow circle eats pills and chases monsters.
Pac-Man.
That is correct. This dispenser for these small candies are collector's items.
Pez dispensers.
Pez dispensers, yes. This hobbit goes with Frodo to take the ring to Mount Doom. Pippin. The harsh desert plateaus of Argentina and Chile. And that's Patagonia. So we had a total of 7 correct, so 70 points came your way, 120 to 180. It's now time to reveal today's bonus Brain Buster category. Our teams will wager 0 to 25 points based on how confident they are about architectural discovery. So we'll have the bonus Brain Buster and, of course, the final frenzy. And WGA-L8 Brain Busters continues following this brief break.
Watch all this season's episodes of WGAL8 Brainbusters anytime on WGAL.com. Our online home also includes our tournament schedule and a chance to learn more about the show and host Rich Rosen. Scan the QR code with your phone or go to WGAL.com and click on Brainbusters.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back as we continue our match with Cumberland Valley and Bermudian Springs. Now, during our break, our teams place their wagers anywhere from 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of architectural discovery. And as you see, it's time now for today's bonus Brainbuster. So let's head into the News 8 newsroom with Lori Burkhalter. She has today's question. Lori.
Thanks, Rich. Now here is your bonus Brainbuster question. This ancient Roman city, located near modern-day Naples, was tragically preserved when it was buried under meters of volcanic ash and pumice after the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD, offering an unparalleled snapshot of daily life. What historical site is this? Again, this ancient Roman city, located near modern-day Naples, was tragically preserved when it was buried under meters of volcanic ash and pumice after the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD, offering an unparalleled snapshot of daily life. What historical site is this? Good luck with your answer. Now back to you in Studio B. Rich?
Lori, teams will give you about 5 seconds to write your answer down. Okay. Wait for Brady to close his pen. Okay, Joshua, we always start with this side of the set, so if you can kindly show us your answer. You seemed very confident about it, and it is indeed Pompeii. Good for you. An amazing site. I can say I had the privilege of visiting there. 20 points is being added to your score. Brady, did you come up with Pompeii? Pompeii it is, and only 15-point wager, but that takes you to 195, 140 to 195. Okay, guys, pick up those signaling buttons because all the marbles are coming up right now with today's Final Frenzy. This time we have 20-point questions, so good luck to all 6 of you. There's a knock on your door one morning, and when you open it, an officer of the court hands you a piece of paper ordering you to appear in court to give testimony. What have you just received, Landon?
Subpoena.
A subpoena is correct. She was born Edith Newbold Jones, but published her novels under her married name. Who wrote Ethan Frome and the House of Mirth? And that was Edith Wharton. Iran was once known as Persia. What was it called before it was Persia? Oh, believe it or not, it was Iran. Cud-chewing animals like cows have a stomach-like enlargement of the esophagus where unchewed food is stored. What is that material called? Taha.
Cud.
Not cud, no. Oh, sorry. Bermudian Springs? It's actually called rumen, is the correct answer. The annexation of Texas was a key issue in the 1844 presidential election. Which candidate favored annexation and won the election? That was James K. Polk. Australia's highest peak is Mount Kosciuszko, about 200 miles from Sydney. In what southeastern Australian state are they both located? Nikolai?
Melbourne?
Not Melbourne, no, sorry.
South
Landon.
Wales.
You are correct for 10 points. Good for you. It's one of those questions only a math teacher would ask, or us, of course. What is the 4th term of the geometric progression whose first term is 16 and whose common ratio is 3/2? And that's 54. 16, 24, 36, 54. The Fairy of the Crystal Fountain, the Fairy of the Enchanted Garden, and the Fairy of the Golden Vine all dance in this Tchaikovsky ballet. What is it? Alexia?
The Dance of the Sugar-Plum Fairy?
Nope, sorry. That's a dance in one of his plays. The actual ballet is Sleeping Beauty. His suit against the University of California reached the Supreme Court in 1978. Who was this plaintiff in this reverse discrimination case? That was Alan Baki. They're the traditional leaves for a poet's crown, and they're part of the title of the national poet of England and the United States. What kind of leaves are they? Joshua.
Olive leaves?
Not olive leaves, no. Sorry. The correct answer, they're laurel leaves, as in poet laureate. His name was Andreas Vesalius. He was professor of surgery at the University of Padua and is considered the father of this medical field. What field is it? Alexia.
Neurology?
Not neurology, no. Great guess, though. Sorry. And it's anatomy is the correct answer. It comes from the Latin for calm sea, and in Spanish it means prosperity or a source of wealth. That's what it means in English too. What's the word? Taha.
Fortune.
No, sorry. The correct word is bonanza. It's the story of the idealistic young American committed to the Loyalist cause in the Spanish Civil War. In what Hemingway novel does Robert Jordan die? Nikolai.
For Whom the Bell Tolls?
You are correct for 10 points. Good for you. Germany annexed it in 1938 and in a political union called the Anschluss. What country did not land it?
Czechoslovakia.
No, sorry. What country did not become a republic again until 1945? Brady.
Poland?
No, it's Austria is the correct answer. In 1989, a collector paid $220,000 for an original copy of the poster Moulin Rouge. What French artist created it in 1892? And that's Henri Toulouse-Lautrec. The abbreviations of 14 chemical elements are only one letter long. Ooh, and we were were going for W for Tungsten. Well, that now takes us to the end of the round and to the end of the game. It looks like Bermudian Springs is triumphant and will return for round 2. But we hope to see you in just a few short moments for some final words.
Welcome back to WGAL8 Brainbusters, the Susquehanna Valley's longest-running high school quiz show, celebrating 25 years. Once again, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello, everybody. We did it. We opened our 25th season. Another fantastic match here on WGAL8 Brainbusters. Congratulations to Bermudian Springs. They'll be returning for round 2. But of course, we thank Cumberland Valley for the great effort and sportsmanship. I know we're going to see them next season. Next time, we're going to meet some more teams for the first time. We're so excited to welcome Donegal and Cedar Cliff. Historically, both of these teams have done very well on our show. Thanks to you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the game as much as our players did and much as we did here in our audience. And remember, knowledge is the greatest adventure. Embrace it every day. So long, everyone.